I'm Check the Rock, and I'm here with Imanol Perez or Mastermind Hoops.
I like
And bro, this last day
This
of
is basically an emergency pod just to break down everything that happened.
because we were gonna wait until Saturday to do it, but we had to do it now. So let's
Too
start
much-
off with
too much happened.
yesterday. The Spurs trade DeJounte Murray to the Atlanta Hawks for Gallinari and 3 first-round picks.
I was thinking about this when the trade happened. Like, tanking has become such a phenomenon. Like, the San Antonio Spurs are tanking.
That's crazy.
The San Antonio Spurs, they've been great my whole lifetime, and they're tanking.
Well,
Willingly.
The Spurs went on a streak of making the playoffs for 2 decades. And then they were that little average team in the West for like the last 2-3 years. They got DeRozan left. And now DeJounte came on and said that I ain't resigning, trade my ass away. And he got that.
I think DeJounte knew that he pretty much carried them to the play-in last year. And the Spurs need to tank at this point because their team is not good enough. And DeJounte Murray was also going to keep them in that middle loop. I think it's good for DeJounte Murray to go to a team like Atlanta. He fits exactly what Trae Young needs as a backcourt duo. I'd assume Trae becomes the off-ball guy more because DeJounte Murray can't really shoot like that, and Trae can. And the San Antonio Spurs, in a trade like this, I just want to point out that the player does not matter, and Gallinari is going to get waived, pretty much bought out and waived. 3 picks is 3 picks. 3 picks for DeJounte Murray is a lot.
It is. It was a 2025 first, a 2027. And then a pick swap in the future, it looks like.
And that 2025 is Charlotte's, so that could be a very big pick soon.
I like the move, though, for both sides because the Spurs knew that DeJounte wasn't going to resign. You might as well get something for him while you can. And I mean, you got 3 first-round picks for DeJounte Murray. 3. That's insane. Saving the cap space, too. I mean, they haven't done anything yet in free agency with that cap space yet. Because I guess the buyout for Gallo hasn't gone through yet.
I mean, they just let Lonnie Walker go, which kind of sucks.
I love it. Yeah. But the question is, how good or how much more of an improvement are the Hawks going to be?
I'm going to say this.
DeJounte Murray.
With Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, expect a lot of off-ball movement. Yes. A lot of off-ball screens, a lot of set from the weak side that's going to attack the weak side a lot. Expect a lot of that. If that's what the Atlanta wants to do, they have the ties for it. They have the talent for it. I think DeAndre Hunter needs to take a leap now because we saw what he did against the Heat series. He's probably the best player for Atlanta, not Trae Young.
I think that puts a lot of pressure off of Trae too, not just on the offensive end, but especially the defensive end.
Definitely, especially now that he can share playmaking roles with DeJounte, so he doesn't have to have those 30 and 10 anymore to help make the team be competitive.
And also with especially on the defensive end with players not doing the whoever offense on Trae Young because he's so small.
I mean, they're still going to try to pick on him, but it's going to be a lot harder with a guard like DeJounte Murray, who might potentially be the best two-way guard in the NBA potentially.
Agreed. But that's not the only trade that's going to go down this offseason. 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I think we all were thinking Kyrie, he opts in. Him and KD were going to stay. But no, Kevin Durant requests a trade out of Brooklyn, and the spots he wants to go are Phoenix and Miami. Surprisingly, both number 1 seeds last year. But he doesn't have a no trade clause. So wherever he goes at this point. But this is projected to be the biggest trade in NBA history.
I mean, what would a trade like for Kevin Durant even look like?
So I'm guessing the Nets are going to want young talent back because like they're going to blow it up. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be like, for example, like the Suns are going to give up DeAndre Ayton, Saric. I know the Nets want Booker, but that ain't going to happen.
The thing with DeAndre Ayton is that it could screw them over if a team sends like what was the Twitter saying? Pretty much if a team sends a waiver at DeAndre Ayton, it destroys the sign and trade possibility. So that's no longer a possibility.
Well, not only that, but the Nets, they don't want DeAndre Ayton from reports.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't know why teams don't like DeAndre Ayton that much, but I mean, at one point he was considered a major bust before Chris Paul, even though he wasn't even that bad.
Mhm.
I don't know why the major bust thing was around his name at the time, but he's definitely gotten so much better since then.
Dude, I can't believe it. And then like knowing that, so we just gotta think about how long this is gonna take. Everyone is throwing the bag right now. Everyone. I'm guessing 15 plus teams are trying to throw the bag at this man. But the main teams from the sounding of it are Philadelphia, because Joel Embiid told the front office that do whatever you can do to get him. Harden's going to restructure his contract because he opted out because he's
I'm a-
smart, not like
By the
Westbrook.
way, I'm putting money on that James Harden contract is going to be so backloaded, just so he can
Yeah.
secure the bag towards the end. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be so backloaded.
So I'm guessing the 76ers are going to have a say in it. It sounds like the Celtics are going after Kevin Durant.
Jalen Brown potentially out of there.
See, I don't know how I think of that though. Like you just made the finals. Do you break it up again? You're getting Kevin Durant though. I mean,
That means you don't trust in your core to make the finals again. That's what that pretty much means.
and those are like and then like there was reports that the Lakers were throwing AD, Westbrook, THT, Kendrick
I don't
Nunn, and like 2 picks at him, but that's going nowhere apparently.
I don't buy that. I really don't buy that.
Dude, if that would have went down, LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant on the same team, that's 3 championships in a row right there. But that's off the picture though. But those are like the only like main teams that we've heard of right now that are going after Durant. Because the only thing we heard about for Miami is that they sent a deal at the Jazz for Donovan Mitchell.
Apparently that was before the Kevin Durant news.
Was
The
it?
guy specified it was before the Kevin Durant news, and after the Kevin Durant news, they've been laser focused on Kevin Durant, but he hasn't reported anything on the sides of like what Miami has offered or anything. Miami's a very secretive team, so with Miami, you're never gonna know. Most mainstream guys have no sources, including Woj and Shams. They have no Heat sources. So I want to point this out before anybody gets, oh, Miami's doing nothing. They're doing stuff. They just don't report for some reason.
What would Miami have to give up though? Because it's just not going to be a Kyle Lowry.
Bam's out. Bam's like for Kevin
Bam's
Durant. Well, Bam is gone, but the thing with Bam is you have to move Ben Simmons as well. Otherwise, Bam can't be traded because of the both of them being rookie extensions.
True. So I think it's gonna be tough. I mean, maybe Jimmy Butler's out.
Nah, you can't trade Jimmy. After what he just did in the playoffs, you cannot trade Jimmy.
Dude, it's Pat Riley, bro.
Okay,
Pat
it's Pat
Riley's-
Riley, but at the same time, like it's gonna be a really bad look if your superstar did all that just to get traded.
Okay, let's be honest here though.
It's
Would
Kevin
you-
Durant, I get that, but you can't. It's a bad look. We saw what happened to the Celtics and how superstars were looking at them funky for the way they treated Isaiah Thomas.
That's true. So like I think honestly, I think Miami's gonna be out of the picture unless there's like a 3-team trade that's gonna go down.
I mean, I think for a trade for Kevin Durant, regardless, it's gonna take multiple teams. There's just no way a team can offer a straight up contract like that.
I think KD is gonna make an anniversary date again, July 4th. Big news gonna drop.
We'll see.
Just-
We'll see.
But next on the list though. Kyrie's gonna want out now. Which Kyrie, you messed up, bro. You should have been on the phone with KD the entire time. Because then you could have just opted out and just signed wherever you wanted to go.
No, I think the best move for him was always to opt in and sign and trade. That was the best move. I think he knew that. He waited for Kevin Durant to pull the trigger first. I think he got his bag. He got the 32 mil. He wasn't gonna sign the $6 million MLE that people were saying the Lakers were gonna give him. No, he was not gonna drop 32 million to go 6 million. He's not gonna do that.
Bro, we already know LeBron threw AD that extra 5 million for Space Jam 2 for that trade exception. We all knew when Anthony Davis declined that LeBron threw that 5 million.
Hey,
Just like, okay, 5 million.
Another thing LeBron can offer Kyrie though, your Nike deal comes back.
That is very true.
That's a money right there.
But so according to I know you don't really I brought this up to you before we started this, but like this is just like a framework of how this because Kyrie's came out. Stephen A. Smith has told the entire world. Kyrie, either if he gets traded or if he plays out his year in Brooklyn, he's going to the Lakers next offseason.
I'm sorry. Stephen A. Smith has no sources. I'm sorry.
Dude,
I'm
I trust
sorry.
Stephen A, bro.
I don't. He has no. He said a lot of things over the past that have not been anywhere close to true, and people still buy his BS.
But this isn't. But this is from both athletic writers. One coming inside from the Lakers organization. So it'd be Kyrie, Seth Curry, and either Royce O'Neal or Day'Ron Sharp in exchange for Westbrook and 2 first-round picks.
I just don't know why they take that
I mean, if they know Kyrie's gone, you might as well get something out of
for
it.
Russ though. For just Russ and 2 picks, you
Yeah,
have to
but
fill more.
yeah,
of that.
okay, but think about this. So you're gonna get 2 picks plus the picks for Kevin Durant, and then you get off the books with Westbrook after this year. So it doesn't really matter.
I
You're gonna
get that. I get that. But you're also giving up Seth Curry and something else for just Westbrook and 2 picks.
but they're looking to
You can
rebuild,
get more.
though.
You can get more than that for that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Why
You're
do
gonna
they
have
need,
the
why do they
Lakers
need-
need to give up more filler.
why would they need Seth Curry if they trade KD
You
and
can trade
Kyrie?
Seth Curry on his own for a different piece, and you get something back that's more than just Russ and 2 picks.
Maybe the Lakers could be nice and throw in THT. I
Can
would
be
like them
nice. Can be nice. But they're gonna have to throw more filler than just Westbrook and 2 picks. I would assume a THT goes in there. Maybe the infamous none THT and Westbrook for a fucking.
Bro, that's all we got, though. That's all we got.
That reminds me of like 2 years ago when the Heat were saying we're throwing a Olynyk and none for everything.
Hey man, what happened? He threw Olynyk and
And Avery Bradley for Oladipo.
for Oladipo.
Yeah, it worked. Almost.
Well, that's next though. So free agency started today, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And a lot of the major players, they're off the books already. So Bradley Beal signed an extension with the Washington Wizards, 5 years. What is it? 5 years. It's like 254 mil, something like that. And then Jokic got the Supermax today, 5 years, 262, I believe it was, which is the biggest contract in NBA history. So props to Jokic getting that bag. Same with Bradley
Back-to-back
Beal.
MVP. He's earned that, yeah.
So other news around the league though, Jaren Jackson Jr. had a stress fracture in his right foot. So he's gonna be out 4 to 6 months now. I don't know, dude. I feel like the Grizzlies, bro. I think that it's time to get rid of Jaren Jackson at this point.
Jaren Jackson was a good defender season ago. He might have been a bit overrated in the sense of like what he could do, but he was a good defender for them. He just needs to work on stop spawning in with 3 fouls every time he comes in the court. The man walks in and there's 3 fouls, I swear.
So Bradley Beal was 251. And then Anthony Simons, he got his bag today. 4 years, 100 mil. So congrats to Anthony Simons. He got that bag.
Portland has been uncharacteristically quiet considering all the noise they've been making up until this point.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe Portland makes the move. Do they try and go for KD like how Dame wants them to?
I mean, they could offer a lot. They could offer.
They got
maybe
those picks.
Simons.
Well, that'd be a
Simons.
sign trade then, because this is just reported as a
Yeah, no, he's a free agent that signed for that extension.
yeah.
But
So
I would say like maybe a Simons, Nazir Little.
maybe they even throw in. Maybe they do like a sign and trade with Nurkic too or something like that. I don't.
I mean, the
know.
reports are that they want 2 All-Stars, so I'm guessing they're trying to tank. But it's hard to find a team with 2 All-Stars like that, unless they want to take Kyle Lowry and Tyler Hero, the potential future All-Star.
Dude, Tyler Hero, bro. That man was wearing socks on the beach the other day. I lost all respect for that man. Bobby Portis returns to Milwaukee, 4 years, $49 million.
I didn't think they were going to throw a bag like him like that.
That's overpay, in my opinion.
Nah, I wouldn't say. I mean, he's not a good defensive player, but he brings a lot to the offensive side of the ball, and he spaces the floor out really well for Giannis. He's a really good big to have next to Giannis. I actually really like that, and I think some of the best sets that were running last season were with Bobby Portis at the 5.
I wish Bobby went to the Lakers.
That's why you hate it. That's why you hate it,
Bro. LeBron. I am a LeBron fan. I just want to make that clear out. I don't want this man's career to be wasted his last 3 years in LA.
He's got 4 rings.
He needs more than that, bro. Come on. You already know all the haters are saying Jordan's got 6. Get out of here. Or
I
Curry's
mean,
gonna end his career with 7, apparently. Everyone's saying.
hey,
Here's
look,
the Warriors
the
dynasty. Get the
the
hell out of
war.
here.
Listen. The Warriors are set up to be good for a minute, bro.
So Malik Monk, he leaves the Lakers. He goes to play with his college buddy, De'Aaron Fox, signs a 2-year deal worth 19 mil. I don't like that he left. I wish he would have stayed. I thought he was a good scoring option.
But they replaced him with Lonnie Walker.
Yeah, that is true. Lonnie Walker came 1 year, 6 mil,
He might
6.7.
be one of the best players on the MLE in the NBA. I think Lonnie Walker's the better player over Malik Monk. Obviously, people are going to say, what? How dare you say that? Like, if you've seen Lonnie Walker play the last 2 years. Lonnie Walker is not a good defender, for the record. He's a really bad. He's actually one of the worst starting defending guards in the NBA. And he benefited a lot of having DeJounte Murray next to him. But offensively, he can give you a lot.
Dude, it's they pretty much just swapped a 19 mil player for a 6 mil player this year.
Pretty much.
Even though
Lonnie Walker's a really good player, though. He's going to give you a lot on the offensive side of the ball if he stays healthy.
even
And especially
though
with a playmaker like LeBron, he can find him really good spots.
even though Monk said, "Oh, I'll come back, but I want a little bit more money." Yeah, no.
They didn't offer him a little bit more money.
It's the same thing with Caruso.
I mean, it's hard to like take a pay cut and then someone offers you a lot of money to your face.
So this is my thing. I think the Lakers, when they found out about the KD trade, I think they're trying to save as much cap space as possible for if this Kyrie trade goes through.
I'm checking my phone like every 5 minutes trying to see if there's another Woj bomb.
So next, David Jones signs 2-year deal with the Lakers. Yeah, whatever. Dwayne Dedmon goes back to Miami, 9 mil. Sleep, cuz he ain't gonna do nothing.
He wasn't worth $9 in the postseason. I'm sorry.
I know you're gonna like this one because I know you said you were all hyped up about the Rockets. Deshaun Tate resigns 3 years, $21.1 million. I like it.
DeJounte is such a good 3-and-D player, bro. So underrated. I don't know why the team didn't throw it back at him like that. Dude is clamps.
Dude, I like that deal though. Chris Boucher, he goes back to Toronto for 3 years.
Chris Boucher plays like it's 2K. He has no X button, bro. He does not pass the ball for nothing.
But I want to give a quick shout out to this next guy. From being undrafted to getting the bag, Lou Dort. Shout out, bro. 5 years, 87.5 mil. I thought they were going to ship him this offseason.
I mean, he's a very good defensive player. 5 years, 87 million is wild. But he's a very good defensive player.
That was surprising for me when I saw that. I didn't think he was going to be worth 87.
I really want to know what OKC's plan is. They do such erratic moves.
So I think they're signing all these young players to these types of deals if a star comes available. So they can throw Lou Dort in there to match salary cap and then add in all their picks.
Maybe.
Which would be surprising. Maybe.
So maybe we see Kevin Durant back in OKC.
Kevin Durant goes back to OKC.
The return of Durantula?
Dude, how do you think OKC would – I don't know how OKC fans would react to that, honestly. That would be insane.
I think they wouldn't care. He's back in OKC.
So next, Batum goes back to the Clippers.
No, the Clippers are such a deep team. The Clippers might be the best team in the NBA right now, roster-wise.
They're looking really good.
If they stay healthy, that's the best team, man. They have Tyronn Lue as head coach as well, so they're a well-coached team. John Wall. If John Wall is like at 70% of his playmaking abilities in Washington, that team is going to eat. Bro, John Wall needs to be pretty much what Reggie Jackson was, just without the CTE.
Yep. Next, I thought this man was going to be gone. I know I talked to you yesterday about this when I heard about him declining his player option. Patty Mills resigns 2 years, 14.5 mil. I thought he was going to be gone.
That and the Claxton deal makes me wonder what Brooklyn really wants to do. I guess they don't want to tank. To me, like those moves aren't tanking moves more than they want to reload if they trade KD and Kyrie.
Because the Nets came out and said that they weren't gonna match any offers for Nick Claxton. So I'm guessing they're probably like, well, we need to keep him now since our 2-star players went out.
Lost in all this was them trading for Royce O'Neal.
I mean, I don't mind Royce O'Neal at all.
Royce
I mean,
O'Neal, I would assume, was supposed to be their Bruce Bowen replacement and let him walk.
Mhm.
But obviously that flipped real quick.
I don't mind it. But so this was reported by Woj 3 hours ago. Jalen Brunson was offered 5 years, 106 mil from the Mavericks. But then he ended up signing to the Knicks for 4 years, 104.
It's 2 million less, but you get that in less time.
I don't like it, Jalen. You should have stayed in Dallas, bro. I mean, from a financial standpoint for Dallas at this point, you just added the Christian Wood contract. You don't want to go extremely over the salary cap.
I mean, they're gonna start targeting Kyrie now, according to reports, and they do have something nice to offer. Brooklyn.
Who?
They have a lot of draft
Who?
picks. They have a lot of draft capital they can offer.
Who?
They have some draft capital they can offer.
Bro, they traded some draft capital to
They
Houston.
traded a pick and 2 picks.
Yeah,
One of them was a
that's 2
second round
less
pick.
picks.
One of them was a second round pick.
Don't even get me started on this, bro. I need Kyrie back with LeBron right now in LA, bro. I need this. I need 2 more rings out of my boy Goat James.
Watching LeBron fans turn on Kyrie again is hilarious.
Bro, so my only problem with Kyrie was that he didn't talk to LeBron about him wanting to leave. He just went to Dan Gilbert and he was just like, I want out. I want my own team, which is fine.
I mean, if we're gonna go back to that, it's because he knew LeBron was gone the following year.
I mean, he could have signed a.
LeBron was not staying in Cleveland past 2018. He just wasn't.
But think about the Kyrie had a player option though. That last year in Boston, he had a player option and he accepted it. And then he told, so he could have left anyways. That makes no sense to me. He could have left anyways.
He wanted to become the guy, and he wanted to get out of there before LeBron did because he knew he'd be the burden if he left after LeBron left. LeBron was always going to be looked as a hero in Cleveland, no matter what he did.
Look what happened though. Look what happened to Kyrie. Maybe he should have stayed. The only thing I say though is I don't want to hear this any crap about Kyrie Irving going to Dallas though. That's some BS, bro. Get out of here. Kyrie himself said that he's going to the Lakers anyways. So if I'm Kyrie, bro, and I get traded to Dallas, I'm telling Dallas that I am not playing a single minute for that roster. I want to get bought out. But I already know it's not going to happen though. So next, I kind of like this move, not going to lie. Kyle Anderson signs a 2-year deal worth $18 million to join the Minnesota Timberwolves. I like it. A nice defensive player. That's what they needed at the wing position.
Slow-mo.
I like that deal. Harden is restructuring his contract tomorrow, looks like.
Backloaded, a super backloaded contract.
Gary Harris resigns with the Magic for 2 years, 26 mil. Not too bad.
Being on Philadelphia, PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker, yeah, 3 years. 3 years, 26 mil.
33 mil.
33 mil? Fully guaranteed too. Good for PJ.
I just want to point this out. Daryl Morley is literally trying to remake the Rockets team in Philadelphia.
But you have Joel Embiid though.
You had Joel Embiid instead of Dwight Howard.
Yeah. I like it though. I think that roster is gonna and reports are that James Harden is getting into condition a lot sooner than he did last year. So maybe I don't know if you guys saw that clip though of MVP James Harden year when he shot like 11 free throws in a row against like the Spurs. I thought that was funny as shit. I mean,
we know what James Harden's play style is. He's gonna try to get to the line. He takes advantage of a loose arm. He takes advantage of a player being a bit too close, a bit too handsy. He takes advantage of that. You can't allow him to that. What I do hate is the fact that we had people guarding him from behind for no reason. That was such an annoying time in the NBA.
Or when people were playing, I remember that clip of LeBron putting his hands behind his back or whatever. Or was that Patrick Beverly or someone like that.
That's probably Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly is that type of guy.
So JaVale McGee, he agrees to a 3-year deal worth $20 million with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yo, shout out JaVale McGee for being in the NBA this long. Nobody thought he'd be in the NBA this long.
That's just he revived his career in Golden State and LA.
He really did. He really did. Good for him, man. I'm so happy for him.
I actually like that deal a lot, though. I think that's what the Mavs are missing was a defensive center. You got Christian Wood. I mean, you traded Boban. I mean, like not like Boban played it all, but
Yeah.
a nice defensive center that you can run the pick and roll with Luka. Maybe he'll start. Maybe they'll throw Dwight Powell or Maxi Kleba. I'm guessing they're gonna start JaVale. Maybe bring him
I
off
don't
the
know.
bench.
I can see them going Powell, starting offense early, and then bring him McGee as the backup.
But like, shout out to JaVale though, bro. Shout out, bro. I love it. I mean, Wesley Matthews goes back to Milwaukee.
Joe Ingles signs with Milwaukee as well.
Joe Ingles, yes. I like the Joe Ingles signing. They need a.
Gives you some more spacing.
My question is, how is he going to come back from that ACL tear?
Yeah, I mean that's why he signed a 1-year buy low deal. 1 year, 6.5 million.
like how you said, Daryl Morey trying to bring Houston to
Daniel
Philadelphia.
House.
Daniel
Yeah.
House goes to Philly too.
Yeah. This is the all Daryl Morey team, bro. All he's missing is Eric Gordon.
I mean, who are they gonna? I think Eric
Thibault.
Gordon's gonna stay.
Matisse Thybulle.
But I think they're gonna try and use Thibault in the KD trade.
We'll see what happens. I mean, again, you could probably make into a 3-team trade. Who knows?
Very true. Let's see here. Your man Victor Oladipo.
He came back 1 more year,
Depot.
11 years. See, this is why I don't trust the mainstream media with Miami Heat sources. All you heard for the last 2 days, he doesn't want to come back to Miami. He doesn't want to come back to Miami. He doesn't want to come back to Miami. My guy, he turned down 2 max deals to come to Miami. Of course he's going to resign with Miami. If they offered him more than 10 million, he was going to resign. Of course he's going to resign.
Pat Riley can offer me a bag of empty Doritos and I would come. I could give 2 shits, honestly.
Bro, like, do you really think he's going to go to Sacramento? Go Washington?
Washington, no. But the most recent news is Andre Drummond finalizing a deal with the Chicago Bulls.
And speaking of Chicago Bulls, Zach LaVine is still a free agent as we speak.
Do you think the Bulls are going to make a run for KD?
You know what? I would love to see that. I actually really would like to see that. I don't think they will, though.
Who would they give up, though? I've seen a lot of people talk about this on TikTok and all of that, but I don't know. I feel like they would have to give up LaVine. Or like Lonzo.
I would sign and trade LaVine for sure. And I'd probably give up Vooch for sure. Try to see if I can get Claxton back.
So maybe like a Lonzo, LaVine.
I don't think the Bulls have draft capital like that, do they? Because they gave up a lot to Orlando.
That's true. They did give up like a couple picks. I think 2 or 3 picks for Vucevic.
Yeah, to Orlando.
But bro, it's been 1 day. Not even a day. I mean, a day since the DeJounte Murray trade, but
foolish us thinking we can wait till Saturday to do this podcast. Foolish us thinking we were gonna have some talking heads, some talking points, but it wouldn't be too chaotic. No. Kevin Durant goes, I'm out of here. Bye.
Kyrie, I'm gone.
Peace.
I think we all expected Brunson to go off the board right away. Not really surprised about that.
The Knicks really have a big 3 of Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Jalen Brunson.
Kevin Durant, possibly.
I mean, if Kevin Durant gets traded, then fair enough. But
honestly, you could say anything about, KD's gonna maybe Kevin Durant. Besides maybe like,
bro.
Oh, hold on a second. Not like this. Paolo Banchero posted on his Instagram story a picture of Kevin Durant. I'm telling you right now, Paolo, if you see this, your ass isn't gonna be part of that deal to send Kevin Durant to Orlando, bro. Stop bullshitting with us.
I think the funniest thing is like Paolo Banchero, like, who are you in the NBA right now to be sending pictures like this?
I have you at number 11 for my top 12 first overall pick since 2010, bro. But you're not that good yet to speak
Bro.
your opinion on this.
Like at least play a game in the NBA. Like I love the confidence in this draft class, bro. He went straight for it. Bring Kevin Durant to Orlando because Kevin Durant is gonna want to go to Orlando, bro.
I saw that and I was like, bro, Paulo, you're asking me part of that deal, bro. You ain't staying. So I think
Oh, man, that was funny.
a couple of teams that I don't see Kevin Durant going to is Orlando, Sacramento, the Spurs. I don't think the Raptors either. I mean,
Raptors don't really trade assets, but then again, they did make that move for Kawhi. So always keep in mind, Toronto's a dangerous team, and they have a lot of assets to trade.
They do. They got Precious Achua. You can send him. Fred VanVleet, which we saw Fred VanVleet cross like a 5-year-old at one of his camps, bro. And post that. Come on, Co.
Yo, just thinking about Gary Trent and Kevin Durant as a duo would be nice.
I think Gary Trent would be part of the deal. Not gonna lie.
I mean, you can say anyone would be part of the deal. So they have to keep someone.
Bro, I think I honestly swear that there's at least 20 teams in the league going after Durant right now.
Oh no, bro, it is arguably the second or third best player in the NBA.
God damn, bro. I really wish, dude. I'm praying that.
KD's not going to the Lakers. He's just not. There's just no possible way you get KD and Kyrie.
Bro, who's gonna offer you a better deal than Anthony Davis?
We're about to find out.
It's Anthony Davis. It's not like we're talking about, oh, Anthony Davis as like a rookie.
I refuse to believe Anthony Davis is actual trade talks. I just don't buy that. I think I don't know, man. It's just what would a trade for KD look like? It's such a bizarre thing to imagine. Like, what would a trade for LeBron look like?
So LeBron's making 44 mil per year right now. He's got a player option after this next season. So it would have to be a player with a lot of salary plus at least a young player and like at least three picks at least.
But like, what are you asking for? What's your asking price?
I mean, we saw the 76ers ask for 3 first-round picks for Ben Simmons, but they ended up sending 3 first-round picks to Brooklyn for James Harden. And we all thought that was ridiculous.
This is such an uncharted territory. Bro, the next collective bargaining agreement is going to be absolutely chaotic. Because players are just requesting whatever they want, and the NBA is not having that. The owners are not having that.
Maybe. Also, I gotta say this about Stephen A. too. This man said Kyrie messed up the entire Brooklyn Nets organization.
Everybody likes to blame Kyrie. Like, Kyrie is an enigma. He is a really weird dude. But like, Kyrie's just Kyrie at the end of the day.
So Kyrie, he just does what he believes in. He didn't want to get vaccinated. Everyone had an issue with him about that, but that's his own personal belief. The dude didn't want to get vaccinated. He didn't want to get vaccinated. Everyone gave him crap for that.
I don't know. The thing with Kyrie, it wasn't even his personal belief. He just like, I'm standing for the injustice of people who getting fired for not getting vaccinated. Like, it was a weird place to put your foot down, I guess. Whatever. I guess we've moved past it.
But I swear, Kyrie, please come to LA. Re-team up with your homie LeBron. You want to be here.
I have a feeling some unexpected team is going to land Kyrie. I don't know why I get that feeling.
Do you know what's going to happen? Kyrie's going to say, I'm not going to play. He's going to get bought out. Then he's going to come sign the MLE with the Lakers.
One can dream. One can dream.
We're going to wake up one morning. It's going to be like a day or
It's
two.
going to be the Paul George Kawhi thing again, bro.
I was up for that, actually. I wasn't.
I woke up and I saw my phone. I'm like, what the heck happened when I was asleep?
And as me being a LeBron fan, and I'm like, oh God, like the Lakers got Anthony Davis, like this is a wrap. And then I see Kawhi goes to the Clippers. I'm like, okay, like Kawhi, like this is really surprising. 2 minutes later, the Clippers traded for Paul George. What? What? Where did this come from?
Bro, Kawhi is an enigma, bro. Kawhi is such a weird player. No lie. Speaking of bro, the 2016. If this was 2016, the Clippers would have been my favorite team ever, bro. John Wall and Kawhi in the same roster, bro. I'm in heaven.
Dude, the NBA is gonna be. It's gonna be like I thought. We all thought it was weird. KD left to go to Brooklyn. Kyrie's in Brooklyn. A big two over there. Then you got Steph and Clay and Draymond in Golden State. Kawhi and Paul George for the Clippers. LeBron and AD on the Lakers. Like we had all these big twos now. Dude, I don't know, bro. Dude, the NBA is gonna be so weird next year, being like, oh, like Kevin Durant is starting for the Charlotte Hornets now. Like what?
Yo, I'm sorry, LaMelo and KD though. LaMelo and KD though.
For goodness, guys, this was like just think about this was an emergency pod for one day. I think we're gonna be straight up with you guys. Once KD gets traded,
We'll probably do this like the next
we'll,
pod.
we'll probably do it next one. I think tomorrow all the big names are gonna drop.
We'll see.
Like big names that aren't gonna like re-sign. Because I think we all expected Jokic and Beal and all of them to re-sign. But that's the end for the emergency pod, though. I mean, day one's been insane. Let's see what happens the next couple of days. The KD and Kyrie trade, and we're
See you,
checking
Scott.
out. Peace. Take care.